We are Logos Corporate Payroll Solutions in Hemet, California. We're a local family-owned business. What makes us different is that we are a solution provider for small business owners. We work within the tax code to focus on legal methods of tax reduction. We've been known to save our new business clients, especially proprietors, anywhere between $4,000 to $30,000 in tax reduction through the methods we put in place. Let's get into the problem a little bit. What we see typically is that our new potential small business owner clients will come in earning $85,000 per year in income on average, having paid in 0 quarterly tax payments, and owing nearly $18,000 between IRS and state taxes. The problem that they face is that the government hasn't provided an efficient system to manage the process. And most payroll companies, including ADP and Paychex, do not have a method of managing tax withholding for small business owners, especially proprietors. So what we see then is that most small business owners don't have the discipline to pay $18,000 in annual taxes on a quarterly basis, and what this really represents is a cash flow management problem, and we feel that we have the solution. The first thing we do is incorporate the business. We set it up as an S corporation, take care of all their initial corporate compliance, and then we begin to pay them a reasonable wage through our unique payroll system, which I'll talk about more in a moment. Generally speaking, what we're able to do that other payroll companies can't do or won't do is combine wages and shareholder distributions together and withhold federal and state taxes for both. And this all happens on one paycheck or one direct deposit process. So through this initial process, the next thing that happens is that their overall tax liability is reduced from $18,000 per year to $9,000 per year in the first 12 months with us. Most of this is a reduction in self-employment tax. So we basically cut their taxes in half. And the way this translates to their bottom line is that they can expect to see a $4,000 increase in their take-home pay in the first year. Sure, they'll save the $9,000 in taxes, but there are fees for incorporating, for payroll processing, and they'll also be paying in taxes through payroll throughout the year. But basically, in the first 12 months, they're going to increase their take-home pay by about $4,000. And you know, who doesn't want to do that? This is what really drives the demand for our services and has kept our company growing. So with this $4,000 increase in take-home pay per year, they really have some new freedom and new choices available. Sure, they're paying less into the Social Security system, but they can invest that money into a traditional IRA and allow it to grow at a method of their choosing instead of the government's choosing. And they're still being paid a reasonable wage for their position and still also paying into the Social Security system as well. So what happens after the first year? Well, it gets even better because they're able to increase their bottom line by about $5,200 per year after the first year, as long as all things are equal with their expected net profit. And the great thing about this is that they could put it into an IRA, reducing their tax liability even lower. They could also take some of that increase and invest it into marketing, advertising, and really grow their business and begin to earn and save even more money for their retirement. The next thing we do is really the key to the whole process. We find that small business owners are typically motivated, intelligent people, but when it comes to managing their taxes, it's just not a happy situation. So now that we've shown them how to reduce their tax liability, we set them up as employee officers through our unique payroll system and begin paying them bi-weekly. Keep in mind, many of them may already be paying their employees through another payroll provider, but when they realize how much they're going to save through our process, moving to Logos is easy for them. So when we become their new payroll provider, they begin to receive a paycheck every 2 weeks, and their tax liability from their wages and business profits are withheld in manageable units of $400 to $500 per pay period, no longer causing a major burden to their cash flow at tax time. So what happens next? Well, during their first tax appointment after their first 12 months in our system, they realize that they aren't going to owe any taxes. They aren't going to owe any taxes. They aren't going to owe any taxes. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm sure you can imagine what relief looks like. We've all felt it and seen it in the faces of our family and friends from time to time. Relief is, well, it's a common theme for our new business clients, especially our proprietors.